What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's MightyFan time. And first and foremost, a happy Easter to all of you guys. I'm putting this video up on Easter 2013. So, yeah, happy Easter to all of you guys out there. And I thought I would make kind of an Easter tradition starting this year for my YouTube channel. And that's MightyFan's baseball predictions for the upcoming baseball season. It starts tonight. Rangers and the Astros, the newly rivaled in the NL West, since the Astros now moved to the American League and the American League West. And they went back to their older logo, which is really cool. But anyhow, I thought that I would start it off this year, and we'll see how good my predictions are or how bad they are, but, you know, we'll see. And since I live in a National League city, I'll allow the American League to have first ups, and then I'll follow with the National League. I'll go west to east also. So let's get it started. We got the American League West first, and my pick to win the American League West this season is those Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Look, I mean, it was a miraculous season last year for the Oakland A's. Beat out the Rangers on the last day of the season. Just one of the great stories of last season were those Oakland A's. And but the Angels are a bit of a disappointment last season. But I do think with the addition of Josh Hamilton to go with Albert Pujols, and of course one of the local guys for this area, Mike Trout, last year's AL Rookie of the Year, that's a lot of firepower right there. And if they can stay healthy, I know they lost some pitchers, but if they can stay healthy, I think they can club their way to the American League West title. So my pick's the Angels for the West. The Central, it's going to be, I think it's going to be closer than some people think it might be. But I will go with those Detroit Tigers. Yeah, stand up, big baby. I know you're a Tigers fan living in Motown. I think they just have so much firepower on that offense, and obviously the pitching rotation anchored by Justin Verlander. He got paid. Yeah, I think even though he's heavier in the wallet now, I think he'll still pitch pretty good, and they'll still be able to hit pretty good. And I like the Tigers coming out of the Central. And then the East. Hey, you know, every season everyone's, you know, the experts say, well, it's going to be the Yankees or the Red Sox, right? How many years in a row have we heard that? Well, this year, that's right, my friends from the North can stand up because the Blue Jays are the team that's picked to win the division by the experts. Even though I'm not an expert, but I play one on YouTube, I'm going to go with them. I'm going to say the Blue Jays. You know what? Hey, it's been too long since they've been, you know, picked to win that division. Let's just go with them. They had a tremendous offseason. They're going to, you know, if they can stay healthy, that rotation could be one of the best in baseball this year. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Blue Jays. All around, they have a solid team. They already had a solid team, but now they just added to it. I just wish the Marlins would have been in a giving mood with the Phillies too. You know, we could use that Giancarlo Stanton. Come on, Florida. You know, you were in a giving mood with Toronto. Be in a giving mood with the Phillies too. We'll take him off your hands. It's okay. It's okay. But anyhow, yes, I'm gonna go with the Blue Jays to win the AL East. And and of course I'd be remiss if I didn't say the two play-in game or wild card, whatever you want to call it, teams. I'm gonna go with the White Sox. And you know what? Last season was the season for the surprise teams in the American League, right? You had the A's. And you also had the Baltimore Orioles last season. Two surprise teams out of the American League made the playoffs for the first time in a while, particularly the O's. And it was great to see. So I'm going to go with another surprise team. I'm going to continue that trend. And I'm going to say the other play-in game or wild card team is going to be the Seattle Mariners. Because like it was for the A's and for the O's, it's been a little while since Seattle's been in the playoffs, so let's get them in. At least I'm going to get them in, and they'll be the surprise of 2013 in the American League. All right, so the National League. We're going west to east once again. Last year's World Series winner, and yes, as a Phillies fan, I know how pesky those Giants can be from 2010. And they were just that again last season, and of course, Buster Posey, he got paid. I should have been a baseball player. I really should have. But imagine the shopping sprees I'd have then at Mitchell and Ness. Oh boy, I wouldn't have to wait for the sales then. Anyhow, you know what? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. But I do think the Giants will pull it off and win the division in a tight race. Probably one of the best divisions in baseball last year. Hey, you know what? Last season, the team that had one of the best second halves of the season was the Padres, right? So it just shows you how competitive that division can be. But I'm going to go with the Giants. I'm going to go with them this year. That rotation is still pretty good. And, yeah, they found out they can hit the ball a little bit in the playoffs last season. So, yeah, I'm going to pick the Giants. And I'll be there in a week, so I got to pick the Giants, right? I got to pick them. So, the NL Central, 2-team race. Even though the Pirates are getting better, I still think they're another year or two away. I'm going to say it's going to come down to the Cardinals and the Reds, like it did last season, like it's done the last how many seasons. And yet again, I'm going to go Reds in the Central this year. I think the Reds pull it out against the Cardinals. And in the NL East, my division, the Phillies division, there's a reason why I'm saying this. I think it is, in some cases, true. You can be more dangerous if you get in as a wild card. So I will allow the Nationals to win the division again this year, although it's going to be very difficult for them. Okay? Very difficult. Last year they really weren't chased, and I'd be very interested to see what happens this year when they're going to be chased by teams like the Phillies, the Braves. But they pretty much won that division pretty handily last season. And I don't think that will be the case this season, but I'm going to give them the division because I want the Phillies to get in as a wild card. I want them to be a little more dangerous. Getting in as a wild card, earning it, almost, as you were. Although, I mean, you are going to earn it winning this division this year. But I want the Phillies to be a little more dangerous. So I'm going to give the Nationals the division. I say, okay, you guys have the division, whatever. The two teams to win the wild card this year, to battle it out in that play-in game, are going to be the Cardinals and the Phillies. And the Phillies owe the Cardinals from a few years ago, so they're going to beat the Cardinals in that play-in game. That's right, St. Louis, we're coming for you. So I'm going to say the Phillies and Cardinals battle it out in that play-in game. Phillies win it. And that leads me to my World Series 2013 prediction. And yes, I'm going to say it. I know it's been said before, hometown fans, I see you. I'm going to say it too. I'm going to go World Series 2013. It's going to be a rematch of the 1993 World Series. It's going to be my Phillies versus you Jays fans, your Jays. And you know how it's going to go down this year? I'm going to tell you how it's going to go down this year. You guys had fun back in 93 when Joe Carter was running around the bases, jumping around, right? So in Game 5 of the World Series this year in Philadelphia, because the first two games would be in Toronto, Game 5 in Philadelphia, it's going to be a close game. It's going to be tied in ninth inning. Ryan Howard hits one out and wins the World Series. And the Phillies get their revenge on the Blue Jays. That's how I see it happening. That's my prediction. My first memory was Joe Carter jumping around. So now I want Ryan Howard and the Phillies to get revenge from the 93 team. And I want Ryan Howard to hit the game-winning home run. And the Phillies get revenge. So they get revenge on the Cardinals. Phillies are going to beat the Giants in the playoffs. So they get revenge on them. And then the Blue Jays. The wounds go deep from 93. And we're getting revenge. So it's going to be the redemption year for the Phillies. And it's going to be the revenge postseason for the Phillies. They're taking everyone out. in one of the last runs that this core group's going to have together, right, with Halladay probably moving on after this season, maybe Utley too, as much as I hate to say it. He might be moving on after this season. It's a contract year for him, but we'll see. So the last hurrah, the last run together, and they're going to take it out on a few teams. That's right. We're coming to get you. Anyhow, that's my predictions, as goofy as they are. Those are my predictions. That's how I see the 2013 season panning out. Like I said, it's going to be a redemption year for the Phillies this year. We're going to get off to a better start this year. Howard and Utley are healthy. I'm a little worried about Halladay. So they better score some runs for him. And hopefully they'll score some more runs for Cliff Lee this season than they did last season in his starts. My goodness. Oh, he didn't get his first win till July last year. That's how you know it's a bad year. But yeah, that's how I see the season panning out. Yes, a little biased for my Phillies, but I want revenge on some teams. I want revenge. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the predictions. I thought it would be fun to do it. Hey, if those guys in suits and ties on ESPN and the MLB Network can make their predictions, so can I. So, you know, I'm not going to wear the suit and the tie when I make my predictions. You can guarantee that. But anyhow, those are my predictions. I have a couple pickups real quick to share with you guys, too, because I was at the mall yesterday with my buddy Mark. Shout out to Mark. He already knows about these because he saw me buying them. But this first one I saw on lids.com on Friday, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to be in the mall the next day. If I see this hat at Lids, I'm going to get it. It's a nice hat. New Era put out another Cooperstown collection this year. What they did this year was they had like a logo on the side of the hat. It's either going to be like a alternate logo that the teams used to wear, or a commemorative logo of some sort. You know, maybe like a World Series type logo, or a, you know, anniversary of the team or whatever. It's a really cool line. Definitely check it out. Go to lids.com and just search under Cooperstown hats. I think if you go to baseball, there's like a big advertisement for this new line for this year. And this was one of them. This is the Phillies one. So this is actually this logo on the front. This is what they wore on their interleague hats years ago when they used to wear a different style interleague hat with the star on the P. So that logo's on the front. As you see, it's black and maroon, the hat. But this is what I mean. This is what you'll see on these hats, is another logo on the side. And you guys, my loyal viewers, know this is my all-time favorite Phillies logo. So when I saw that on the hat, I'm like, oh yeah, that's coming home with me. So there you go. Really cool hat. Definitely would recommend this line that they're putting out this year. It's more of a fashion or, you know, type of hat. It's not something the teams ever wore or anything, but it's still pretty cool. And they got all sorts of different colors for these hats. I saw a Rays one. It's like, my goodness, the funky colors on that one. And it had like the 10th anniversary of the Rays on the side. Just interesting stuff. But yeah, definitely recommend it. Go to your local Lids, check them out. They're pretty cool. It's got the black underbrim. It's, you know, it's a fitted. It's not a, you know, on field or anything. But I did pick up an on field. This is the brand new for 2013. This is the spring training / batting practice hats that the teams will be wearing this year. This one, of course, representing my Phillies. It's a really good look. Solid look right there. This is an on-field fitted. It's got the heavy mesh going around it. And this is a brand new style for this year. All teams in baseball are wearing these. They're more of that like classic like baseball hat look to it than what they were wearing, which was more of like the floppy type hat. It was more of a stretch fit. Those were nice too. I mean, I liked them. I had a few of them. But they went back to the more basic, you know, fitted baseball hat design for the overall look of it this year. And each team did like different things. So some teams have like their alternate logo on the front. Some of them look really cool too. Like I really like the Rockies, the Colorado Rockies one. They just have like the Rocky Mountains on the front of it. Just some really cool looking ones. But this is the Phillies one. Some teams even have like two of them, like a home and away or something like that. But the Phillies just have this one. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. The blue brim, and the blue P, the white outline, and the red crown, and the blue button. It's just a nice looking hat. So yeah, my fellow Phillies fans out there, you know, Throwback King, Grape Ape, you guys might want to pick this one up too because it's pretty cool. I got this yesterday at Modell's. I had a coupon. When don't I have coupons, right? But I had a coupon, so I was able to get this, and I got a nice Philly shirt too, getting ready for the season. And so yeah, brand new on-field fitted for batting practice and spring. Well, now spring training's done, but still, they'll be wearing this during batting practice and with their batting practice jerseys and such. But for San Francisco, I'm going to be wearing this one. This is going to be my hat. It's going to be accompanying me to the city by the bay. And so everyone knows I'll be representing my Phillies and my city proudly when I'm on the West Coast for the first time ever, as I made mention of. So I'm looking forward to the trip, and I'm looking forward to baseball season. And as always, this is Mighty Fan saying peace. I will see you in that next video. Big shouts, as always, to all my subscribers, to all my fellow Jersey heads, the Kings of Throwback group, all the other groups on Facebook, family, friends, fellow DeviantArt members, anyone I'm forgetting, big shouts to all of you guys. Happy baseball season. happy Easter, happy whatever. Again, this is MightyFan once again saying peace. I will see you in that next video. Okay, bye.